Hi everybody, welcome to G-Chat 4. Is it G-Chat or G-Talk?
Does it matter?
My husband is telling me it doesn't matter, so whatever, G-Chat, G-Talk, whatever floats your boat, here I am. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody has their supply of the Lysol and the hand sanitizer and the Clorox wipes and all that stuff, and the gloves and the masks or anything in between. My husband Brian told me something very cute that he read on the internet, that Walmart has made an observation that people are buying way more tops than bottoms. Well, we can all figure out why, because many of us go to the office from the chest up, and we don't really care what we look like from the waist down. So if anybody needs to refresh their tops, I would suggest running to Walmart or Target, because they're going like hotcakes. So I thought that was worth sharing. I hope you're all doing okay, keeping upbeat, emailing funny things, forwarding funny things to people, because I think that is the best thing that is going to keep us on an even keel until either we fall off a cliff or we get out of this not in darkness. We must keep upbeat, even though it's very hard. Humor helps us get there. And I can tell you, I am astonished at the multitude of humor things I'm getting in my email. It's just hilarious. And most of them are so funny. Jokes, videos, and I try to send it to as many people as I can. I'm going to share the wealth kind of thing. So, in the first little segment, I'm going to share feel-good stories, feel-good facts. One is the Philadelphia 76ers co-owner says that he will produce masks for the pandemic responders. And Michael Rubin is the one that will be spearheading this project. So yay, Philly. That ought to make people really proud. The second thing that I read that I thought was wonderful comes from Ralph Lauren, and his donation is going to, his foundation is going to donate $10 million to the coronavirus fight, and that's going to be two things. First of all, it is going to go to take care of the employees that are affected by the virus, that can't work, that are hourly. They're going to pay their salaries. The money is going to remain in the fashion community. It's going to take care of cancer patients, who are vulnerable to the virus. And they're going to donate to the World Health Organization Solidarity Response Fund. So that's one component that Ralph Lauren is doing. So after all this is over, you need to remember the brands and the labels and the names of the manufacturers who really participated in such beautiful building bridges moments of this pandemic, and support them later. And even though a Ralph Lauren shirt might be $5,000, maybe you look for it on sale when it comes down a couple times from the rack, and then you can walk around and sport a Ralph Lauren shirt and say, look what I'm wearing, knowing that they did really good work. Excuse me. The other thing connected with Ralph Lauren is that the company is going to commit to manufacture 25,000 medical gowns and 250,000 masks for all medical workers. Again, beautiful, beautiful acts of kindness and humanity. Another one, some famous chefs in the Boston area are preparing more than 500 grab-and-go meals for the children that normally get their big meal in school. So they've designated a place where they will be packaging these grab-and-go lunches, and they're encouraging students with parents to come and pick up their lunches, and they're going to do it on a continuous basis. Again, beautiful, wonderful. And they're probably going to be way more delicious than those school meals because these are two top chefs. So there's that. Also, I found out that Croc Shoes are going to be donating their shoes to hospital nurses, as many as they need. Very nice. And then I read something that was, I'm always looking for suggestions how people like us, the little people, what we can do to help, because we can't make, we can't donate, millions of dollars to a respiratory foundation. So what can we do to help? So I read somewhere a suggestion that you get several families together, 3, 5, 10, whatever, and you contact, wherever you live, you contact either the emergency room of some of your local hospitals, and you donate meals to the medical workers. So in some cases, if they don't want outside food being delivered into the hospital, then you can make arrangements with the cafeteria, or so many hospitals have cafes now, and you can make arrangements to tell the cafe you'd like to pay for the meals of, all the people in a particular section, whether it's 10 people or 15 people, whatever, depending on how many groups of people you get together. And I just thought that was a really, really lovely thing. You can do it once a week, you can do it once a month, but little simple things like that, making the medical workers' lives a little easier by knowing that they don't have to worry about, bringing food or whatever, and it lets them know that people are thinking of them. Stuff like that is going to make the world go around. Truly, truly. And we can all be a part of something like that. So that's my good news. And again, my email address is Gert, G-E-R-T, at infosheet, that's informationsheet.com. I've been cooking today. There's a spot. And you know what? Before these past 2 weeks, you wouldn't see me in public with a spot. Well, this is how I'm maturing. I now have a spot on my shirt, and I was making a delicious Moroccan chicken, but I'm sharing it with you because we're all best friends now. Don't let spots on shirts get you down. That's why there's spray and wash. That's why there's OxyClean. No biggie. We're not going anywhere anyway. So, you know what? Be comfortable. Spots show that you're cooking, or maybe you missed your mouth, which in my case is not really possible, but it's just a spot. I am opening my heart to all of you and sharing this very private information because I don't care. Okay, good news section done. Here I thought was an article that I thought was absolutely hilarious. I don't know about you, but I am petrified that the internet is going to crash and I won't be able to watch Netflix or Amazon Prime. And the thought of the next few weeks, months without internet, probably to me is really teetering. Oh, what am I more scared of? So I apparently am not the only one that thought of that, because in Israel, they are on lockdown, and it works because the fatalities in Israel are minimal, even though every life is important. I am not minimizing anything, but they are on a strict lockdown, and they can only go limited areas for food, for drugs, for doctor's appointments. So You cannot go outside and play ball unless it's like right near your house. You cannot gather in large groups because they will find you, and they will find you, F-I-N-D, and fine you, F-I-N-E. So the Israeli internet contacted Netflix, international Netflix, and pleaded with them to, how did they say? They said, you know, the internet in Israel is exploding because of Netflix. And so they went to Netflix and asked them if they could perhaps adjust the quality of the internet. So I don't know, words like high speed, low speed, middle speed, I have no idea. But there are different levels of the way you receive the internet. And so Netflix has temporarily changed the way they deliver their internet service, their streaming service, to Israel and to Europe, because they are under such, you know, humongous areas of lockdown that Netflix wants to make sure that, you know, they're not changing the quality, they're just slowing down things so infinitesimally that watching it, you don't make it, you know, it doesn't make a difference to you, but in the long run it saves hundreds of thousands, I guess, of internet usage. So, yeah, treasure your Netflix, people, and your Amazon. Okay, so now this is the humor section of this little program. This I thought was very cute. Again, somewhere, someone is sitting in front of a computer coming up with very funny things and making all of us so happy and joyous in the process. This one is anonymous. I just got it from someone who forwarded it to me. And this says, where is your next travel destination? Las Quichanes, Los Lounges, Santa Bedromes, Porto Gardenas, Los Bed, Costa del Balconiona, or Saint Bedroom. So think about where you're going. I don't speak fluent Spanish or Italian, but I hope I pronounced those okay. Okay, so here are a couple of funnies. If you heard them before, it's worth another laugh. If you didn't, I hope you enjoy. I'm at that age where my mind still thinks I'm 29. My humor suggests I'm 12, while my body mostly keeps asking if I'm sure I'm not dead yet. I see people around my age mountain climbing. I feel good getting my leg through my underwear without losing my balance. We all get joy from different places. At my funeral, take the bouquet off my coffin and throw it into the crowd to see who's next. I guess I'm officially old. I just spent 10 minutes chasing an eye floater with a fly swatter. Okay. The adult version of head, shoulders, knees, and toes is wallet, glasses, keys, and phone. Keys and phone. Very important. Let's see. You know you're getting old when a recliner and a heating pad is your idea of a hot date. Getting older is like being in a haunted house. There are sounds and smells that cannot be explained. So friends, I never really decided to rate my little presentation, whether it's G-rated, whether it's M for mature audiences, whether it's R, restricted, or whether it's just super disgusting for X. So for those of you that know me, I tend to run the gamut. I will be mindful of some of my new friends, and I want to give you a disclaimer that my intention is never ever to offend. I find humor in a lot of different places, as you may see, but and I just like to share things that I think are really quite funny, or in the humor department. So if I offend anybody, forgive me. If you think some of this is fun, and you know people that might, I might be a little over the top for them, then certainly don't recommend this presentation to them. But again, I do this because it gives me something to do, it gives me something to look forward to, and since I am a people person, I need to know that there are people on the other side, even if it's just a few. So wishing you all a wonderful, peaceful weekend, and I will be back on Sunday. Take care. Don't forget to wash your hands, moisturize, and repeat. Cheers!